Question number 18, x and fx are given, 3 pair of coordinates. For the quadratic function f, the table shows 3 values of x and their corresponding values of fx. Which equation defines f? Okay, so if we see the options, these are not the quadratic equation kind of scenarios. For example, if you have a quadratic equation, let's say I have some function f of x. So either it is in the factors form, right? Or it is in the standard form, like ax squared plus bx plus c. But if we see the options, a constant is added or subtracted from all the options. So that means the usual method is not going to work. Okay, usual method is not going to work. That is our first point here. And what method is going to work then? Let's see. For that, we are doing a concept. Suppose you have f of x is equal to x squared. This is a function, right? And then you form a new function where you just add 5 to the parent function or fx. Then how you can write it as that g of x at place of fx, you can write fx plus 5. So that is a possibility, right? So I am going to use this possibility in my question. Why? Because this is not a usual question and we have something different here. So let's come here and form gx. To form gx, I will add 8 to fx. That means I am forming a new function by adding 8 to the fx thing. So if I add here, it will become 0. If I add 8 here, it will become 0. If I add 8 here, it will become 16. So gx is a new function fx plus 8. So 24 negative 8 0. If we write it like this, then f of 24 is equal to negative 8. F and g of 24 is equal to 0. See, f of 24 is equal to negative 8 and g of 24 is equal to 0. Similarly, f of 30 is equal to negative 8 and f of g of 30 is equal to 0. Let's write that too. Then second one is f of 30 is equal to negative 8 and g of 30 is equal to 0. And third one is f of 32 is equal to 8 and g of 32 is equal to 16, because this is what we are going to use. So f of 32 is equal to 8 and g of 32 is equal to 16. Now you will say, how will you think about it? Definitely, I started the question with the very basic concept that if I convert it into this form and put this is equal to 0, right? So that means value of y is equal to 0. So this is 0 of the polynomial, this is 0 of the polynomial. So coordinates are like 24 and 0 and 30 and 0. So that means I can write g of x is equal to k x minus 24 and x minus 30. Now you must be noticing why I formed a new function to form the two factors. I'm not using the third one, but that's okay. In a quadratic equation, we have two factors we have there. Now I don't have the value of k. So I will use this one to find the value of k. That means what are the coordinates? When x is 32, y is 16. So let's put gx is 16, k, and this is 32 minus 24, and this is 32 minus 30 is equal to k. This is 8 and this is 2, 16. So divided by 16 on both sides, k is equal to 1. Now I have proper equation of gx. So gx is equal to k, which is 1, and x minus 24 and x minus 30. Clear till here? But we don't have to find gx, we have to find fx. So what we are going to use here, g of x is equal to fx plus 8, right? So at place of gx, I'm going to write fx plus 8 is equal to x minus 24 and x minus 30. So f of x is equal, subtracting 8 on both sides, x minus 24, x minus 30 minus 8. That means B is the right option. Correct? It was a tricky one, but a good one.